Yes, we're here, we're here, we're here. And we wanted to support those who are suddenly aware that there is more things going on that will be happening to your planet and to your countries, and to have different experiences for necessary experiences. It has made you feel shocked to know that there is more things that need to happen to have everything unfold for perfect experiences and different connections and different lessons. And so we're wanting you to know that there is many things that need to unfold. Those who have been triggered with hearing about the new information need to be able to do a little bit more inner work to accept you do not control the future events of this planet. You do not need to know every detail and situation prior to those for you to keep your balance in neutral. And so you have to be open to all things that need to unfold. Many of you have found comfort in hearing the information that we share, and so you feel like you know all, and this gives you this comfort of removing surprises. And we're saying those people who are suddenly surprised and have lost their balance, this is a fantastic time for you to learn and respect that you have no control. That when things do unfold in front of you, for you, that you have to keep your balance in neutral. Even just processing that there is new information that you're not privy to is making many people have to dig deep into their inner work to find their balance. You're curious why we have given you part of the information that a new event is occurring. And we are saying, you know that when we have given you previous information about events, certain collectives and certain people are trying to foil the plans that need to unfold naturally. You know this, and yet you feel, some of you feel, that you are entitled to this information. You are not entitled to any information that we perceive would harm and impact humanity. This is significant work. This is significant information. This is not entertainment. This is not for your benefit, just so you feel like you know prior to events what is happening and why. We are wanting you to feel how you would feel being prepared for anything. And we're observing your behaviors. We're observing your emotions. We are observing your reactions to see how you will overcome yourself. We're not giving you the answers. We're not giving you the information yet. So what are you doing with it? Are you panicking, or are you going within? Are you reaching out to others to see what they can tell you? What is going on for you? How are you resolving this? How are you overcoming this? We, of course, know how you are, but we're wanting you to be able to be accountable for your roller coaster of emotions and your mindsets and inner work. So this was not a, in quotation marks, test, but this is a lesson and experience for you to master. So how are you doing with that? Did you lose all focus and balance, or did you accept it and know that you are emotionally and mentally prepared for anything that needs to occur, knowing the bigger perspective that everything that is going to occur is the best for all, the best for humanity, and the best moving forward with all the best experiences for all. And so focusing on all would be a very wise choice moving forward, because it gives you more acceptance. It takes away your responsibility of thinking you need to know certain things. So this was a great example of how those who are not privy to the information that you are of certain things, you are going to have to naturally experience something that will be quite shocking, not to add density to you or fear to you, but you know what is happening in terms of the shift and the greater perspective and what is happening for humanity and why. So understanding that you have to still experience certain events and keep balance at certain events, this is you having to master your own inner work and balance. We see some of you are just holding onto our information and keeping your high frequency just from our sessions alone. And we are saying you must be doing your own inner work to keep your high frequency vibrations when you're not listening to these sessions. So this is a great opportunity for you to empower yourselves. You don't need to know all of the details. So by preparing yourself for any eventual experience, for any possibility of experiences, you could overwhelm yourself with thinking of every worst case scenario possible, or you could find your balance in neutral and see the bigger perspective instantly. And know, whatever comes, whatever happens, you will be able to trust the bigger perspective is always for the best for all. So are you letting your emotions run away with you? Are you letting your overthinking running away with you? What is going on there? And we want to congratulate profoundly those who have been kept in complete neutral and balance, knowing that a new event is going to occur. And you have known truly, but many of you have distracted yourselves with these details. You all knew that many events would be coming. All countries will be experiencing events. So knowing that we have an event that we want to share with you after the event has occurred, to be able to give you the perspective of it, is put you on a back foot, because you feel like if you knew what the event was, you would be able to easily find your balance and justify it. Right now, many of you are worried. What if this event is in my area? What if things have changed? And so see what you're feeling and what you're looping into, because there is inner work for you there to find that balance and neutral. We are not wanting you to panic. We are not wanting you to be overwhelmed with all of the possibilities of what could be happening. Remember what we have said to you. Do not buy into future worries. This is literally a perfect example of being able to apply your homework. And we know those who have succeeded in this, and we know who are working through this, and it is okay. But can't you see, and now everything that we've been telling you is then you having to apply it and feel into it? We keep asking you to apply the information from these sessions, and this is literally a perfect example of that. Of course, all is well. We shouldn't have to keep reminding you that. And so those who have been able to see things in neutral, trusting everything is fine, accepting everything needs to happen as it needs to happen for that significant lessons and experiences. That is a remarkable feat, and we want to congratulate those who have been able to keep their neutral, feel their feelings, but be able to ride through them in that balance. And those are testing experiences, and we understand that you don't like to not know information. We understand you all feel like you're entitled to all information. But as we've already explained, not all information needs to be heard in third dimensional ears. And there's ramifications of those who do hear this information. Many listen to events and try to block it out of fear, out of lack of understanding. And we understand that, but you're wasting your energy and efforts on something that's completely impossible for you to impact. But many people are looping so severely on certain information, certain doubts, that it's really taking them away from focusing on their personal relationship with self and personal relationship with friends and family, and even working relationships. So we always recommend finding balance in every situation. Of course, noticing triggers is absolutely healthy and normal. But what you do with those triggers when you feel them, do you hold on to them for a long time, or do you face them, address them, unpack them, and overcome them? It is all your choices. And we understand that you're all feeling like you've got a lot on your plate. That is a perception that you could have if you are struggling to respect the bigger perspective of why things are happening. And so we want to just question those who are still struggling with why things are happening and unfolding. Where is your resistance? Where is your fear? And we sense that many people feel so entitled to live out their third dimensional worlds and their comfort of their homes and their families, that they're quite resentful for this information. And we understand that is a perception you could have. And so we invite all of those who are resentful for the information we share to be able to reflect on it with a bigger perspective, a bigger heart perspective, and a bigger mind perspective. When you're just simply focusing on your personal lives and your personal situations, you're not able to factor and engage all. And we keep asking you to see each other as all and feel each other as all, because you are all one, you are all connected. While you're having independent experiences, sometimes you disconnect yourselves because you don't think that other people feel possibly the same range of emotions that you do. And we're wanting you to explore this a little bit more honest with yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being honest with self. And there truly is nothing wrong with being in fear. It's what you do with that fear that defines you and makes it worthwhile to experience that fear. Having the sense of fear is a trigger for you to be able to notice that there is something that you're unsettled with. And when you work with those unsettled feelings, acknowledging those feelings, and then use your common sense to understand what is going on for you, why is your reaction this way, you can quickly navigate through it if you choose. We understand that it is too hard sometimes for people to face their fears, and so they will ignore them, and they will just keep wondering why this is a looping pattern and why certain situations happen again and again and again. You can't escape from these lessons, and while you could escape from certain people, we will provide you the same scenarios with different people again and again and again and again and again until you make the change, until you learn those lessons and experiences. You may think that you can outsmart your lessons and experiences and what you need to learn and grow from, but that is your ego. And you've noticed this. Many people listening have noticed this. They've already overcome this. And so it is just realizing that facing your fears doesn't create you to be in fear at all. You do not expand, it doesn't grow your fears, facing your fears. In fact, it literally disempowers your fears because you're facing them without reaction. You're starting to think about them. It's marvelous. It's all about perspective, confronting these things that make you go, why am I suddenly so worried of change? All is well, all is well, all is well. And we just wanted to give you this quick message to be able to let you know all is well. And you know the exit points are not end of lives. It is a stepping stone. It is an end of one cycle and the beginning of another. Have a healthy, bigger perspective on what death is, and it will immediately release your fears and your concerns. Have great compassion for those people around you who are in your lives. You cannot do their inner work for them. And with healthy boundaries, you can empower them. And we ask you to spend some more time with yourselves privately, sitting with yourself, accepting self, accepting all, facing your fears, feeling excited for the unity of humanity, and start thinking about what gives you the most joy and raises your frequency. We know many of you are thinking about what you would like to do and see and be on the new earth. Many of you are excited about returning home to your other planets. So feel into whatever gives you the most joy and hold on to it. And keep focused on positive empowerment rather than just feeling the fear and not doing anything with it. And we say this with much love.